Hi, welcome to Joy and Feast. Today we are making preserved lemons. All you need is a mason jar, some kosher salt, and a couple of lemons, not to mention a little patience. The entire process will take a little over a month to complete. Start by trimming one end of a lemon. Then divide the lemon into quarters. Make sure not to cut all the way through so the bottom end of the lemon stays intact. Here is a closer example of how the lemons should be cut. There are other ways to cut lemons for preserving, so the exact technique is not that important. This is just the way that I prefer. Now, with your box of kosher salt, pour about 1 tablespoon into the bottom, or just enough to coat. And I prefer just eyeballing it. With a batch of our pre-cut lemons, we are going to pour a small handful of kosher salt and then rub it in the inside of the cuts. All of the excess salt will be placed in the jar with the lemons and will actually be used to help preserve. The salt is antimicrobial and helps to draw liquid out of the lemon. So go ahead and just drop it right into the jar, and we are going to repeat the process until the jar is full. Take any excess salt and go ahead and just place it right back into the jar, and congratulate yourself for completing the most laborious aspect of creating preserved lemons. Here I just will press down the lemons and maybe squeeze a little bit of juice out, but for the most part we're just going to screw on the cap to our mason jar and store it for about 3 days to let the liquid be extracted from the lemons. So this is a shot of the lemons before 3 days of the curing process. Now, as you can see, a large portion of liquid has been drawn out from the lemons. However, this is not enough for the month that the lemons will sit out. Using a handle of a wooden spoon, simply squish the lemons and draw out all the rest of the juice that you can. The goal is to have enough lemon juice to cover the lemons entirely. If you are not able to extract enough lemon juice, fresh lemon juice may be added over the top of the preserved lemons. Now, store your submerged lemons in a cupboard that has no direct sunlight for 1 month. After this month period is over, your preserved lemons are ready to use. There are various ways to use preserved lemons, but I would suggest cutting into individual quarters and removing all the pith and flesh from the lemon. The preserved rind is really where all the wonderful fresh flavor is. Now, the technique I am using to remove the flesh and pith might be a little bit dangerous, so I would not suggest doing it if you're not completely comfortable with your knife skills and have a sharp knife available. However, if you are comfortable, simply put pressure flat on the knife and shave the pith away until all that is left is the preserved yellow rind. Again, the preserved rind has various uses. However, what I am going to do today is cut them into a small dice and sprinkle them over a fresh salad. Preserved lemons are also commonly used in Moroccan cuisine, and they are particularly well known in tagine, which is a delicious Moroccan stew. Once your preserved lemons are diced, they are good to go right on top of a fresh salad, in your tagine, or to accompany a grilled meat dish. Once preserved, store your lemons in the refrigerator and enjoy indefinitely. Thanks for watching this episode of Joy and Feast. For any questions or comments, please post below. And if you'd like this recipe or any others, check out the website at joyandfeast.com. And don't forget to subscribe.